Hello everyone, welcome to YourPedia Education. I am Jitendra Tyagi. So, those who are preparing for the post of Junior Intelligence Officer, there is one step, that is the skill test. Okay. So, now students are concerned about their skill test, how to clear this skill test. Okay. And that is very important, containing 30 marks, right. So, we have different specializations whose students are going for this test. So, those who are from electronics background, from mechanical background, from core engineering background, so their things are more clear, okay, because suppose you are electronics engineer, so in your skill test they can check your knowledge of different equipments, different devices you use, right. Similarly in other branches also, okay. But what about mathematics? If you are from mathematics background, okay, then what are the expectations from this skill test? Okay, so those things I am going to cover here in this video, right. If you are planning to go for this test, okay, and you are having your mathematics background, then what things you can do, okay, what are the expected things which may help you, okay, to get a good score in this test, that I am going to discuss, right. So, in mathematics we do not have direct machine, direct equipment, we do not have anything to realize actually, okay. We know the concept, all the concepts are in our mind, we can write them in the pen, paper, but we do not have any actual physical machine or device, okay. However, the concept of mathematics are used in all engineering branches, okay. In chemical engineering we use mathematics, in civil engineering use electronics engineering, computer science, everywhere we use mathematics, okay. So, what things you have to prepare? First of all, you should have a good knowledge of the entire syllabus which you have covered for the written test preparation, okay, because that knowledge is essential. First thing is that, okay. Now, if we go to the second, so matrix algebra or linear algebra is in our syllabus, right. Matrix algebra or linear algebra is in our syllabus. So, they can ask you about different concepts of matrices, okay. They can ask you to calculate the eigenvalues, okay. They can give you some matrix and then they can ask you that compute the eigenvalues, now compute the eigenvector, okay, of this matrix. Their geometrical significance is very important. So, they can ask you questions regarding that, okay. Okay, suppose how they can ask you the question in matrix, they will give you a matrix, right, and they will give you a vector, okay. Okay, so we have this vector, right, randomly they can take any vector. Now they can ask you to verify, to show that this is not an eigenvector of this matrix, okay. How will you test? Or they can give you 4 to 5 different vectors and they can ask you that which one is the eigenvector of this matrix, tell us right now. So, if you have knowledge of eigenvectors calculation and verification, then you can do this, otherwise you cannot do this, okay. So, you have to learn the computation of eigenvector, that is very important, okay. And similarly we have other concept, rank, that is also very important, rank. So, they can first of all they can ask you to compute rank of a matrix, okay, that what is the rank of this matrix, and then on the basis of rank they can ask you the dimension of row space, dimension of column space, okay, dimension of null space, all these things, got it. Or suppose they will give you some vector and they will ask you that okay, check is this element of the kernel of this matrix or not. Such question, in this sense the method of asking the question may be a little different, right. And other question may be there that in your daily life what are the applications of matrices, okay. So, you should have knowledge of where matrices are used. So, some of the applications I have written here, okay. In computer graphics we use matrices, in cryptography we use matrices, data structures are entirely based on matrices, in different programming languages we use matrices, in MATLAB we use matrices, okay. In machine learning, almost all machine learning algorithms nowadays are based on matrices, okay. So, data analysis, in data analysis also matrix used, information security, in control system, everywhere we use matrices. Okay, so you should know the application also, right? List of applications. Now, how matrices are used in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, irrespective of your specialization or your background, you should keep in your mind that AI is the future, okay? And the people, the personals which will be involved in intelligence activities, they must be comfortable with the concept of AI at least. They should know what is this AI, what are different machine learning algorithm. Right now, you need not to understand the machine learning algorithm. However, you should have a basic knowledge that what is this AI, what this AI can do. Okay, Chat GPT, you know, all of you know, nowadays are using this. So, what is that about this? You should also know, na, if you are going to be an intelligence officer, right? So, such question may be there, that what is artificial intelligence. Even you are from mathematics background, they can ask you at least this, okay, and how this matrix is important in ML. So, in machine learning, in many algorithms we use this matrix, like we have support vector machine which are entirely based on eigenvector. So, at this stage, it is not required that you know about support vector machine in detail, but at least you should have idea that there is some algorithm SVM which utilizes these eigenvalues, eigenvector concept. Okay. Similarly, dot product using matrices is used in gradient descent algorithm. Okay. In dimensionality reduction, okay, feature reduction, we use matrix. So, such applications at least you should know. Okay. Now, another important thing is probability, right? So, in probability, to test the knowledge, first of all, you should have knowledge of all the basic concepts, okay, like what do you understand by mutually exclusive event. Now, how we can check? They will give you some example, okay, suppose we have these events, okay, they can give you like this, that this is an event, this is an event. Now, you tell us, are these two events mutually exclusive? Justify that. Or suppose we are having 5 events, okay, so are these events collectively exhaustive? Justify. What do you understand by collectively exhaustive? What is the Bayes theorem? Some example, they can give you some particular example, that this is the situation and how you can solve this, how you can calculate the probability, which method you are going to use. Are you going to use the rule of total probability, or you are going to use Bayes theorem here? You know, we have one question in which in certain condition, for certain things we apply the Bayes theorem, for certain thing we apply the rule of total probability. So, which one will be used here in this situation? In this manner they can ask you the question, okay. So, you should learn all the concepts of probability, all the basic formulas, and then solve some questions also, because in probability they can definitely give you some question, numerical problem. Okay, this is the situation, this is the data given to us, compute the probability of this event, that this may happen. They may be having some data sets, they always deal with data, na? Okay. So, during their regular job they have a lot of data with them. So, they can give you some data, some problem, and then compute the probability of this situation, that this may happen. Okay. So, how will you compute this probability? So, in such manner they will ask you the questions, right. So, these are the some applications of probability in our real life: crime prediction, weather forecasting, stock market predictions, insurance, medical, traffic system management, election predictions. Okay. Everywhere we use the concept of probability. Okay. So, in probability this may happen, what is the chance? Because these intelligence officers also deal with such situations where they do not know the exact thing. However, they need to predict that okay, this may be situation, this may happen, this may happen. So, what is the probability? Computation. There may be some people who will predict and then tell the other officials to take some action, like so. You should know what is the probability, what are the different concepts. And similarly, now statistics is also important. In many applications we use statistics. So, applications they can ask you. However, other question what can be there, again they can give you some table, some data, right, and then they can ask you, okay, based on this data what is the average, okay, what is the median, what do you understand by median in this data, what is the median, explain, What conclusion you can derive from the median here? What is the mode? Okay, so what are the different measures of standard tendencies? You must have knowledge. Standard deviation, what is standard deviation? They can give you two different data sets and they can ask you to compare, okay, that which one has more variance, which data has more standard deviation, okay. So these questions may be there. For that, the entire knowledge of the syllabus is required. If you have the knowledge of the syllabus which you have prepared for the written exam, then definitely you can think and provide the answer, okay. Now in statistics, we should know all the measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, that is important, and normal distributions, other probability distributions like Poisson distribution, okay. So we have various probability distributions. We should have knowledge of all of them, okay. What is their probability mass function, probability density function, okay, different formulas involved, and out of them the most important is normal distribution. So please prepare about normal distribution, because most of the data sets in our daily life, real life, are normally distributed, okay. So they can give you some data set, okay. So now by showing some graph, okay, this is a picture, okay, and now you tell us, is this left skewed or right skewed, or what is the probability of this particular situation in this, okay. So such question may be there. Please prepare normal distribution as well as other probability distributions as well as binomial distribution. In binomial distribution, we have different questions like ships, okay, out of 10 ships go there, okay, through the Somalia region suppose, and suppose this is the data that every 2 out of 10, okay, get robbed there, okay. So what is the probability that if we send 5 ships, this may happen? Such questions may be there, okay. Real life examples utilizing the concept of mathematics, right. Now I have discussed about this. Now come to functions and graphs. Graphically we analyze many things, okay. One quantity is varying with another quantity. How is it decreasing or increasing? So graphical knowledge is always required from a mathematician. So you should have knowledge of graph, because they can show you some graph that okay, this is the graph, what can be the function whose graph is this. So in this manner they can ask you the question there, okay. They will draw the graph and they will just check whether you know the function, which function is this exponential function, okay, inverse function, what function is there. So you should have knowledge of all graphs like linear function, modulus function, inverse function, okay, exponential function, logarithm function, trigonometric functions. All these graphical knowledge is required, okay. And then after graph there is one topic, cryptography, that you have not studied yet in your syllabus. However, cryptography is nowadays very popular, and this can be a general question from you people also, okay. So all the students have to read about this cryptography. What is this cryptography, okay. Bitcoins, general things also they can ask you, because related to job, what is going on related to job, what their duties, okay. So this knowledge is also required. Please go through this, okay. And definition, type, application, advantage, disadvantage of this cryptography are important. Now come to the remaining part of the syllabus. So from another topic also they can ask you, like from circle they can ask you, okay. Some numerical problem they can give, and then some question they can ask you, okay. From complex also, basic knowledge of complex, not in detail, okay, but this trigonometry. So height and distance is also very important, height and distance, trigonometric formulas, okay, and trigonometric identities, equations, these also you have to revise. So I hope you got the idea. These are the most important things which may helpful to clear this skill test, okay. Now those who have preparation for this exam and who want to seriously go for this exam, YourPedia is helping students, and modules are available for the preparation of this skill test in different specializations in electronics, in electrical, computer science, civil, all branches who are eligible. and in mathematics also, physics also, YourPedia is providing dedicated modules for this, specially skill test. Okay, so you can call the executives and you can discuss regarding the module. Okay, all the best.